Hello, welcome to another audio commentary done by Luminous, and today we are bringing you LGD.sGty versus Nirvana China. And this is game 3 of the best of 7 series. We'll talk about the tournament itself in a bit, but my co-commentator today is Hobbs. You have heard him before, haven't been back for a while, but Hobbs, give yourself a quick introduction and start picking a team and talk about the picks and bans real quick.
Hey, I'm Hobbs, and I'm finally back from just a hiatus from Dota commentary. I've been traveling all over Europe with my university in America, and it's been a hectic month. I mean, I've been to like 8 different cities, and I saw a lot of museums and stuff, and I've been sketching a lot, so my art skills been going up. But anyways, enough of that. I'm finally settled in Oxford for about 6 weeks now, and that means that it's more Dota for me. Screw studying. So, I'm really excited about this because is Nirvana Banana another Chinese team too? Is that the Nirvana.cn?
Nirvana China. He's the captain of Nirvana China. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Anyways, but I guess I'll talk about Nirvana Banana or the Nirvana.cn team. And You can see they banned Brood, he's one of those heroes that really annoying to lane against. He can be a support. We've seen that. He could be just straight out push, and he's one of those. Also another hero where a lot of teams like to put him kind of AFK, like quote farming, but he's not really farming. He's just like pushing, and the other 4 people would like push a lane or start ganking, and you just have the spider just AFK like rising bottom. But if you leave him alone, next thing you know he's like up to your racks. You're like, whoa, what happened to our 2 towers? So that's why they banned spider, and of course it is Imba regen early game. And then Windrunner, everyone's hot topic with Windrunner versus the Drow Ranger versus the Potom. And Doom. Yeah, just Doom, I think, is probably the most powerful hero in this version. He's Devourer, able to just use any spell from neutral creeps. And Visage is also another hero that's just, I don't know, it's so imbalanced when he gets in a team fight. But I'm going a little too slow, so I'm going to give it to Luminous for the bans on the other team.
Yeah, I'm going to take it real fast. Enigma and Darkseer, pretty much standard ban nowadays. That applies to the Alchemist as well. At least very standard in Agent Sheen. The only thing that really needs to be talked about is the Nevermore. But again, that's a very standard ban if you're going up against Nirvana China, because they do have one of the best Nevermore player out there, Yafit's, sitting at grade today. Last time in my previous commentary, I was giving Yafit a little kind of flame, saying that 2009 is a better Nevermore, and there was a big flame debate. But I mean, again, the decision is up to you to decide which one you think is better. But I have seen this is game 3, by the way, and game 1 and 2 is casted both by Ian. Hopefully we'll get these games uploaded in the correct time frame so that you could watch game 1 and 2 before game 3. He's usually a way faster upload than I am, so that should work out okay. But let's look at the bans and picks real fast, or the picks. The first pick, surprisingly, I took a peek at all 3 games picks. And Venge, as always, the first pick, no matter which team or whatever. If she's not banned, she's always being first pick, and I think at least the Chinese players see her as one of the best support hero out there. And I'll talk about the Venge just in a bit. When you talk about the Pugna and Rich Doctor real fast as the 3rd, 4th picker being picked.
Well, okay, I was just about to say because of the Venge, I love the Chinese players really love to see Venge and Drow, because with Venge, like Drow's DPS increased like another 20 or 30%, and but just when I say that, Nirvana actually has picked up Drow instead, and they also got Pugna as the Pugna and Witch Doctor, and Pugna, I guess he's like an anti-push, and he's also a push on the one package. The only problem is he has really low HP, and you have to watch out because he's frail, but he can do a lot of hurting if he can just somehow stay alive in the battlefield. And the Witch Doctor, as we all know, is a surprising. There's a different playstyle Witch Doctor these days, especially from the Chinese. I mean, I think you commented a game where they didn't go Maledict at all, or they went pure heal.
Yeah. We could talk about it later. I just want to steer your time just a bit to talk about that Pugna first pick. Of course, picking the support heroes are better because generally there's a lot more carry options compared to your support options. But if you look at the Pugna first pick, if you think about it, that kind of restrict LGD.sGty by a lot. They can't go into the line because once the line casts a Finger of Death, it will be his death under that Nether Ward. So it really restricted line for SGTY, and that's again one of the top tier support hero for SGTY. And because of this restriction, Nirvana China was able to pick up Lion as their 4th pick, and you generally don't see Lion last that long in terms of the Chinese scene. And going back to the SGTY picks real fast, we have Dusa and Morphling as a hardcore carry. And we're probably going to have 2009 and ZSMJ, the respective carry players, on playing those 2 heroes. And I've never really seen Morphling play it all too much. I think Morphling was picked once, total of once in eHome's games in ESWC, and I didn't catch that game. So I'm not too sure what the play style for the Chinese Morphling is compared to European style. But I mean, Rasta gives them a very good pushing ability as well. But again, Rasta is going to run into a little bit trouble dealing with the silence and the Pugna's Nether Ward. Or we might see a BKB Rasta, as we have seen. I think eHome's Burning played it in ESWC and worked really well. But Hobbs, let's finish the picks, and then we'll go into the actual
last
game
pick. Your last pick as Storm. So Storm usually his best friend is CM, but CM is on other teams. It seems like they almost seem to be counter picking each other. And I want to talk a little bit about the Morphling and the Medusa. Morphling, if you actually think about it, is one of the worst carry late game, because in terms of just carrying, like DPSing, Morphling doesn't really DPS that much. But what he excels at is that his ability to control the map with his if he gets boosted travel or with his replicate. And he's also just a tanky hero and just a hard to kill hero. And same with Medusa. I mean, so remember back in I think before Ice Frog nerfed the Raxing, or before he boosted the effects of Raxing someone, how like everyone was picking the 3 carry to support, and the 3 carries themselves were going survivability items. And it kind of reminds me of that with the Morphling and the Medusa pick, like really safe, tanky DPS carries, but the only problem is they need a lot of farm.
Yeah, and I guess Hobbs makes a good point in terms of I mean, even though when you say that the statement Dusa and Morphling is not really a good carry, you kind of raise some eyebrows. But I mean, if you compare to the strict carry such as like a PA or a Phantom Lancer, those kind of carry, once you kind of get your core item, you win the game. Whereas with the Dusa and Morphling, you have to really ramp up really much, as we see a fight over the DD rune here. We don't. Oh, it looks like they are gonna go in for the Pugna. I thought they're not gonna go, but there is a 500 range on that Magic Man, so Pugna does have a high innate movement speed of 310, so should be okay. And I'm gonna take this time to make sure we're both synced up. I'm at the elapsed time on the bottom right of 9:08, 9:09, 9:10, 9:11.
Okay,
9:12.
I'm about 2 seconds.
If you guys are watching
so.
at the MP3, just sync up and do whatever you can. And 9:17, 9:18. And the most interesting I want to talk about right off the bat is 2009 playing the Rasta here. Now we did see Burning, the carry player for eHome, playing the Rasta solo mid in ESWC. So I guess it's not too surprising to see the carry player playing the Rasta as well. This is a very indicative of a fast dagger, a fast Aga, or a fast BKB, depending how the Chinese SGTY team takes it. And of course, we do have YYF playing the Morphling, which is really odd. YYF actually the predominant support player, now going the Morphling. So let's see how this is gonna turn out. And of course, on the top lane, we have ZSM James, very very famous Dusa. He's kind of having a big trouble here in this lane. Very low level, only barely level 1, being really well harassed by that line. So right off the bat, who do you think have an advantage in terms of laning and everything? There's a tri-lane bot, sort of. So.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I don't mind the Pugna soloing, because he has an artillery strike for harassing, so he can definitely out harass the CM if he's careful enough. And then mid lane, it seems like there's a dual lane with that's a pretty dangerous lane for Rasta. I mean, because as long as he gets the cask off, and then if Storm can just go in and pull, that's pretty much an insta kill. But top lane, Dusa's having trouble. He's going back maybe. And do you know what the ring of protection is? Is he actually going for Arcane, or do you think he's going for the Bacillus?